Hello everyone, I'm Justin, and tonight we honor the heroes. Noragami, a show that most of us are familiar with, especially during the earlier years of the growth of the anime community. The year is 2014. Some of the best animes are airing this year. Hunter x Hunter is reaching its final arc. Log Horizon, No Game No Life, Tokyo Ghoul, and even JoJo Part 3 aired this year. But somehow, someway, this anime stayed in our minds for future years and even to this day. It's listed as the 27th most popular anime in my anime list, and even the second season got a high ranking of 78. So let me ask you, how did this anime become so popular and stayed relevant to this day? Maybe it is the masterpiece storytelling. Maybe it is the delicate character design. I really don't know what it is, but I can feel I'm getting close to the answer. You could even say I'm starting to hear it. Yes, there is no doubt that one of the main reasons for Noragami's prevalence in the media has to be its banger openings that are still popular to this day. Seasons 1, Goya wa Machiawase by Hello Sleepwalkers, and Seasons 2, Cure and Hey Kids by The Oral Cigarettes have always been in lists for best openings ever made. Not only because of its music, but also because of the black and white combined with a few contrasting colors that make up for the animation. So, a question needs to be asked. Can an entire franchise be carried only by its banger openings, or does Noragami deserve the credit for its popularity? Well, short answer is yes. It was completely carried by its openings. But before you go, let me elaborate. First, let me start by saying that I watched Noragami way past its original airing date, so I can confidently say that my view of the show is not tarnished by nostalgia goggles or anything of the sort. And on the other hand, I still think that it would be unfair to compare it animation-wise to newer shonens like Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen. So for my opinion, I'm basing it only on the story, characters, and to a lesser extent the animation compared to other shows that aired in the same year. So for the story, we have an unknown god fighting against ghostly monsters called phantoms, using the spirits of humans that transform into weapons. But there is also a girl that is completely human but has the ability to leave her body and become a spirit and of course interact with gods and monsters. And oh, I forgot to mention that there are other gods and their wealth and power are completely dependent on how many humans believe in them. And let's add the multiple names for all the gods and spirits. But if a spirit accepts more than one name, he becomes a Nora, and a Nora is... yeah, as you can see, the plot and characters are way too convoluted, adding too many things into the mix. But weirdly enough, it kind of works, and keeps the story fresh and entertaining. That is, of course, if you can keep up with all of it. Yeah, there are still a few minor things, like why bringing a human into the mix when she basically has no powers and it's only there to give some encouragement to the main protagonist. But overall, the characters are not that bad. But as for the story, we're basically rooting for the poor god without any money or followers, living day by day giving his services for merely 5 yen, just to make people remember him. The first season mainly revolves around getting to know about our 3 main characters and understanding their motivations, as well as a better understanding of the world, but honestly, aside from the last few episodes where Yato fights another god, nothing important really happens. But weirdly enough, compared to the second season, I found the first season to be more interesting and have more charm, as the stakes were not as high and we had a few of slow-paced episodes focusing more on normal things and monster fighting. Second season ramps up fast, with 2 main storylines. The first is regarding the enormous amount of spirits Bishamon, the god of combat, has taken, and how, because of how few of them are acting in mischievous ways, she's suffering some backlash, and it's Yato's job to help her get out of it. And the second season focuses on Ebisu, the god of fortune, as he's trying to control phantoms and goes into the underworld to retrieve a weapon to control them, and it is Yato's job to help him get out of it. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Anyways, even though this season got more action, it still felt a bit worse in general, as the story was not that interesting. And of course, we had that NTR kiss without consent episode that kind of takes away even more points. As for the animation, honestly, I have no complaints. The general animation of each episode is great. The phantoms look crisp and they give an eerie vibe. Fighting scenes are fluid, and I personally love the animation for vanquishing a phantom. For a 2014 anime, they really brought up the big guns into the animation department. But unfortunately, that is not enough to reach that level of popularity. Especially as each year we are thrown more and more anime. Yes, some of it is trash, generic isekai, but every now and then we get something incredible that deserves to take a piece on the top 100 most popular animes. And keeping Noragami in the list, based purely on nostalgia goggles and two of the most popular anime openings ever made, is completely wrong and doing it a disservice to the anime community. Now, I'm not here to say which anime should deserve to rank above it. But guys, putting Mob Psycho 100 at 32, below Noragami and even a Kamega kill? Really? What are you guys thinking? Are you out of your mind?
And
with that we come to the conclusion of this video. What do you guys think? Does Noragami deserve to be the spot 27 on the most popular anime of all time? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, see you guys next time.